Here and there along the echo. That reminds me of the game called Here Comes an Echo, There Was an Echo. Something like that. Okay. Right. So that. Alright, thank you. There we go. So 2, 7, 0, 3, 0, 1. No! These isometric controls. Alright, so 2, 7. Oh, right. So left stick is controlling the handset. Right stick is better off controlling that. Okay, I see. I was using the D-pad before. Right. Okay, so 2, 7, 0, 3, 0, 1, 5, 7, 9, 7. That's cool. So you can actually point the handset close to your ear or not.
You have dialed into Here and There Along the Echo, a guide to the Echo River for drifters and pilgrims. This guide is a public service provided by the Bureau of Secret Tourism.
Okay.
For a menu of our resources, press 1. If you have an extension to dial, press 9. For more information about our organization, press 3. If you don't remember dialing this number at all, press 5. To hear these options again, press 0.
Let's go for 1.
For historical sites along the Echo River, press 1. Well, if you're dialed into this here informational resource, then you're a certain kind of beachcombing, bat-calling sightseer. So let's take a driftwood inventory. For a diver's guide to underwater islands, press 1. For forgotten places, press 2. Perhaps it's the violent displacement of natural gases. Perhaps the river tilts to face the moon, slowly changing the angle of its surface over time. Some sailors blame corked rocks. Whatever the geological explanation, the islands of the Echo River are mostly transient, rising and diving on some inscrutable schedule. The following islands are presently underwater. Tearless Rock, Murphy's Weather Station Rock, Island of Eusebia, Endless Island, Jerry's Island, Undocumented Island, Overdraft Island, the Beasley Keys, Beton Island, Rock of Boredom. This list is current as of now. For a diver's guide to underwater islands, press 1.
Okay, this is an interesting thing for...
Press 2.
Can you figure out how to use an old-fashioned telephone handset? And the answer is yes, I do work in an office, thank you. But also, what is the point of this? I guess it's about the Echo River route that we mentioned last time. So here along the Echo. Alright, let's go for option 2.
For secret tourism, forgotten places are the vital spark. Take no pictures here, nor souvenirs. Write no travelogues. We will discuss these places now in vague and qualified descriptions. For the town with no roads to it, press 1. For the silo of late reflections, press 2. receive mail. There is a school, and so on. But what I want to tell you about now is the horses. There are horses living wild in this town. I forget how they got there. They don't stay in stalls. They sleep outside. They walk through the town on the streets or on the sidewalks, and the people of the town think of them as elegant, wordless neighbors. For a diver's guide to underwater islands, press 1.
Mm-hmm.
For forgotten places, press 2.
Mm-hmm.
For restless places, press 3.
Restless places.
For the cluttered place, press 1. For the flooding place, press 2.
I guess we'll go for 1.
There is a place always cluttered by debris floating along the water. Otherwise, it's unremarkable. In fact, the only way to find it is to notice that there happens to be more trash there than anywhere else around. I wonder why that is. For a diver's guide...
Alright, so 3, then 2.
There is a place that regularly floods. I first saw this place years ago when an acquaintance of mine, an artist, built an installation there. The work was very complicated. All of her artwork is. I remember it was made from huge piles of recycled newspapers. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to complete it before the flood came and wiped it out. The next time I passed by this place, it was full of young men and women on bicycles. They built a track weaving through the soggy ruins of my acquaintance's flooded artwork. The rising water level quickly made it too dangerous to ride in anymore, and many bicycles were crashed and abandoned. The last time I saw the place, it had been repurposed to store handmade pottery earmarked for sale out of state. By the time I arrived, there was just a pile of ceramic fragments dashed by floodwaters against rusting bicycles and gray pulp. I've heard recently that this place has been reclaimed again. Surely this time, things will be different. For a diver's guide to underwater
Alright, let's see if there's any more
islands,
options
press
under 3.
For the cluttered place, press 1. For the flooding place, press 2. For a list of the places where people can't sleep, press 3.
Okay, list of places then.
People can't sleep in the wet grass or on the bridges of New Königsberg. They can't sleep anywhere near Lake Lethe because it's too large. Nobody can sleep with their toes in the river because it's too cold. People can't sleep where I sleep because I'm all knees and elbows, and anyway, there isn't enough room for both of us. I'm not sure if anyone can sleep on the deck of the Mucky Mammoth, but I'm certain they can't sleep on the trash barge because of the smell. If you have anything to add, please call us back with extension 7360.
7360. Okay, I would also like to point out that every now and then the cable on the telephone is getting squeezed. That's not me doing that, that is the idle animation. 7360, yeah? Alright, let's try that.
Of the Iron Pariah, press 4. For food and drink recommendations, press 5. To return to...
Oh, hello. So, where to? I could use a taco or something. I feel kind of unwell now, you know? Too many options? Oh, I don't care. Wherever. Yeah, there are too many options. I know, I just want to sit somewhere and draw something. Yeah, it's late. Somewhere we can rest. I heard there's this one place with a lot of garbage. It'd be pretty cool. Somewhere we can rest. Yeah, we could just drive until we find somewhere that looks restful. That sounds exhausting. Yeah. Cool. Ready to go? Yeah, let's go. Well, that was here and there along an echo. Not exactly sure what to make of that. Being dropped into it without any context doesn't really help. The best context you get for it is the Echo River route. And I suppose playing that means you can technically know some info about the Echo River route that you're going to do in Act 4, but I don't think that was quite as interesting as the entertainment or limited demonstrations, gotta say. I like the concept of, hey, here's this interactive phone handset, because, you know, it's 2020 now, who does that anymore, right? Yeah, I don't think that was good. Well, alright. To Act 4! Woolly Mammoth! Yeah! Yeah, boy! Alright. Just reading a book next to a woolly mammoth. Oh, hey, it's Noah. Well, I suppose it's not Noah because there's not a second woolly mammoth, but whatever. You get what I mean. Manual 5.4 Context Backlash. General wear on the gestural gear mounting apparatus 5A1 may result in undesirable play between teeth in the context of history state machine gears, causing stuttering, slippage, resetting, skipping. I guess it could be slippage. If left unresolved, gear slop can gradually throw limbs out of alignment, blend motions, and decontextualize gestures. See also sections 1.8 General Troubleshooting and 5.3 Gesture Context. Troubleshooting, okay. 1.8 General Troubleshooting. Technicians of sufficient talent and experience may skip this section. Well, clearly, if you're reading this, then you don't have the talent and experience. Anyway, general troubleshooting techniques include leaving it alone, then returning later until the specularity becomes apparent, tapping on exposed metal with a wrench and listening for changes in resonance, or hammering with something plastic. Yes, percussive maintenance works. That'll do, book. Maybe up to... No, that'll do, book. Into the river. My savior! Our friend here is in a bad way. Any insight? I try to stay clear of high voltage these days. Time to put that mammoth out to pasture. No! Come on. I don't at all blame you, especially down here on the water, I mean. Sure, it's dangerous, but this is where she lives. And what brings you down to the Echo tonight? Just tagging along? I always end up here eventually. Tagging along. Ha! That doesn't sound like you. What does that mean? We drag some folks to a show, just returning the favor. No, what does that mean? Oh, I just mean that you and your Johnny have always been complete. Since I first met the pair of you. Freestanding, like a lighthouse. I'm sure your new friends appreciate the company. It's no shame to be lonesome. We picked you up at the Bureau tonight. Never seen you that far upriver before. I hope that doesn't mean you're traveling on the Zero. Yeah, have you been there, the Zero? The Bureau's great acoustics. The Zero. Oh, no, not me. This old riverette steers clear of weird highways. I've been traveling this river for more than half my life, more or less alone. I think I've seen it change quite a bit in all those years, but I can't say for sure. The water has a peculiar way of making a person forgetful. Some nights I remember a place, but it's full of strange new people. And some nights I meet an old friend on an unfamiliar shore. I wonder which kind of night this is. Is it a mechanical mammoth? Is that what it was getting at? Act 4, Scene 1. The Mucky Mammoth. Yeah, I guess it might be mechanical. Will and Kate. Let's go for Kate. Got a pet with her. Talk to Kate. How's that cold river spray treating you? I thought I saw you squinting. It's hard water, you know, hard on the eyes. It still irritates mine a little, and I'm piloting a tugboat through its 6 nights a week. Don't be too shy to close them in public. Your eyes, I mean. People will just assume you're thoughtful. You need tea. So, green goat's foot, definitely. Peppermint, dried spring agaricus, bitter hedgehog, and split gill powder. What are all those for? Eye strain. Dried spring agaricus matches the taste of the rest of it. Split gill powder in particular has an eccentric flavor profile. It's mushroom based. I'm a big believer in the fungal pharmacy. So, how far are we from Dogwood Drive? The echo is dicey tonight. Bad luck for you. Expect waves and diversions. Dogwood Drive is by the silo mail stop, but we may need to spend some time on the indirect route before we hit your stop, okay? And there's other business. Mail to drop off, garbage to pick up, and a few favors to execute, all dotted on the riverbanks from here to there. I hope you enjoy the trip on our little Mammoth. Take advantage of all the amenities. Fresh air, cozy bunks, hot tea, the video room. There are some pretty interesting tapes down there, actually. Unusual, I mean. Weird. Watch out that VCR doesn't take your hand off, though. It's untrustworthy. Ooh, what's wrong with the VCR? I could take a look. Oh, please do. I don't know anything about electronics. Maybe try a few different tapes. You'll get the picture. Hey, do me a favor. Go ask Will how the repairs are going and if he needs anything. We're coming up on the next stop here, just refueling and picking up a few things. I could grab a bolt or some wire or something. Whatever he needs. Well, eyes on the road. Haha. Oh, you. Right, let's go talk to Will. Yeah, I guess it is a mechanical mammoth. It's hard to tell with this kind of art stuff while being very blocky. Angular. But we on load and whiskey fest. Oh! Wet gears! Wet gears? Did you build this thing? Ah! No. This thing's probably older than I am. Got some grain hook out there. I'll see deposits, I guess. To be honest with you, I'm not really qualified for this work. Kate's a friend, you know how it is. Don't you? Kate was asking if you needed anything on this. Hell, I don't know. Scratch ticket? I think she meant like part. Yes, part. Ah, I wouldn't know if I did. Ah. How do you and Kate know each other? What's this? How do you know each other? So, ever walked through the rolling farmland? Oh, I guess. Sure, no, just drove. Right, nobody does it unless it's their Atlanta farm. I mean, they'll walk from barn to tractor, or tractor to truck, you know? Well, I sure did. I slipped under or over fences, and I walked barefoot with the seeds when they were just planted, and tilled the earth with my toes. Hey, I should tell you where I left my shoes. You know I'm a classically trained organist? It's true. Look at these long fingers and pedal-gripping toes. Yeah, it doesn't matter. A minor in French literature earned me a position teaching Artaud to Zola at the university. Well, some shitty governor cut state funding for our department, and I was demoted to mopping floors, running wiring through walls or in dangerous places. I even operated the soundboard at the student theatre. I left my shoes there at the university. There was a protest. Walk without shoes for something important or tragic. I ended up by the shore, and soon I was drifting along the echo. I ran for a while above ground then, it isn't anymore, but I prefer subterranean waters anyway. Kate brings me along and I record what I see and hear. I try to help with the maintenance, I drop off the mail and pick up the trash. On occasion, I take the helm. Anyway, that's all I try to remember anymore. I listen to the river's stories, and my own stories get fainter and fainter. Well, I'll just keep drying gears, I guess. Oh. Ezra runs up to Shannon. Whoa, slow down! It's slippery up under. Do you have batteries? Yeah, of course. What for? Johnny said I could use his tape recorder, but it needs a battery. Oh, fun. Well, Shannon searches her pockets. Here's 4 different kinds. Surely one of these should fit. Thank you. Talk to Will again. Oh, with Ezra's. You got your battery, small man. Go get you some tape. Okay, I guess we will. Inside the boat we go. Alright. So, kind of limited the direction we can go. Let's go and talk to the musicians. I need to dream about it. Really? You were entranced. You don't remember this? It's okay. We've all seen a lot of concerts. Serrano opened. His tape machine was broken or something. It got really cosmic. Right, the flower shop. I remember that show. It just... Sorry, Clara. Well, you have a second chance to hear it tonight. Right, Ezra. That was fast. Got the batteries? Let's see. Perfect, this one will do. So, you hit this button here to record. Hold it right here so you don't cover the microphone with your hand. I bet you'll find a lot of good sounds just around the tugboat. There's plenty of tape in there, so don't be stingy with it. Just record anything that catches your ear. It'll really change the way you listen. Or the better, I mean. How long is the trip? Are you playing a concert tonight? Are you playing a concert tonight? I can record that. Yeah, Clara here came all the way from Lithuania just to do this Echo River gig. Ah, it's a tour. Tomorrow I'll be in Nashville, then Atlanta, and then over to the coast. Brutal. Well, we're lucky she's making a stop. Johnny and I saw her play once, and I remember loving it. And Johnny was moved. Speaking of Serrano, it's his night at the rum colony. Kate said she usually stops off there. Well, that's ideal. I was supposed to meet a lady there to get a look at some old engine parts about 3 hours ago. 3 hours goes fast at the rum colony, man. I bet she's still there. I hope we don't stay there too long. My concert's soon, I don't want to keep them waiting. No, it's river time. Nobody expects you to be punctual. Hey, why don't you give that tape recorder a try? See if that cat over there has anything he wants to say. I often use found sounds in my music. Find some interesting sounds tonight, you can help me out. Hello, cat. Meow. Oh, hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Conway's arm. His arm is being taken away. The cost of the debts is just growing, and that's why everyone's skeletal. That'll do. Conway. Ah. Oh, this place takes stuff from you. Go and talk to Shannon if you can. Yes. You know, it's the strangest thing. I don't remember why I came up there. Fresh air, can I? Maybe she's like that. Fresh air. Maybe. It's homey in that cabin now. And warm. It's just that thing about... What was it? When you walk through a door, and you go into the kitchen for something, and as soon as you pass from one room into another, you forget what you wanted. You have to walk back out just to remember, like you left a part of your brain out. Hey, I wonder if I could follow that brain crumb trail all the way back to the room I was in. Conway cranes his neck over the railing. We were driving for hours. Get any sleep? Just resting my eyes for a minute. I had a weird dream. Found bed. I had a weird dream. Yeah, that's when you get the strangest dream. When you're not off, right? You kind of dip your toes into sleep, and some weird image floats by and takes a nibble. And then leaves over the railing. There's all kinds of trash down here. It does look, doesn't it? See Ezra go in. It does look cold, doesn't it? Yeah, better keep that kid away from the edge. The person could easily fall in. He's been exploring. I'd be worried. He needs to keep himself entertained. I'd be worried. I'm fine. I was talking about Ezra. Sure you are. What's up, huh? Feel like there's something you want to ask. Fine, you can ask it. One question. I thought you didn't drink. Do you really have to go work at hard times? You really have to go work at hard times? Didn't seem so bad, did it? It's a way to live, I mean. Rent a bed, eat at the cafeteria. Not like I have a choice. I think you do have a choice. You have a choice. I've got to repay my debt. Hell, I should be grateful for the opportunity. If you want to die with any dignity, you've got to settle up. That's why it's such a damn shame when people go sudden. I'm not so sure that's a thing. I don't think that's a thing, necessarily. Oh, hey. We're going clockwise. We're on a boat this time. Interesting. I'm sure I talk too much. Everyone in this river does. The problem is that we listen twice as much as that. We're only telling you half the stories we heard. Kate told me that I ought to have been a photographer. She said, "You have an uncanny way of having been in the place at the time the thing happened there, and that's the hardest part of taking a photograph anyway." Nice of her to say, but it isn't true. Though I know just about every story in this river, most of them are picked up second, third, or fourth hand, and so on. Listen, see? Now, I know what you're going to ask, so I'm going to answer it. Yes, I'm sure they're all true. I personally believe a story gets more true as it's tossed around from brain to brain. The whole community brings their insight to bear on the brittle facts of its history. There are a few Echo River stories I witnessed directly. I saw that big owl migration pass through, you might have heard about that. I was there when the old train station flooded. I saw the ghost of Stephen Bishop brew up a batch of white lightning on a raft. So, anyway, I talked to a few sailors who crossed paths with him, and I suspect sampled his wares. One night, when I was working on the mucky Mammoth, we picked up a gaggle of passengers headed down to a mail drop by the silo of Lake Brook. I knew a couple of them in passing, a pair of travelling musicians whom I often encountered on the river. The others were strangers to me at the time, a young woman, a small boy, and an old man whose names I didn't catch. Oh, and a smelly old dog. We docked at a gas station so the Mammoth could refuel. Equus Oils? Ezra stayed on the tugboat and looked around the map room. Ezra followed Junebug and Johnny into the gas station. I think he would fall. He'd been sticking around with most of them anyway.